Devils Monday. This is the Woo Report, episode 84. I am your host, Sam Woo, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network on our Let's Go Devils podcast social media accounts at Let's Go Devils Pod on Twitter, Facebook.com/Let's Go Devils Podcast on Twitch, and the Let's Go Devils channel on YouTube Live. Hello, everybody. Just coming over the wire about an hour ago. It was breaking news for about 15 minutes. Devils make a trade to the San Jose Sharks for Christian Jaros in exchange for Nick Merkley. Devils get some beef on defense. This is a depth move. Right-handed defenseman, about 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds. Again, right-handed shot. Could fill out the bottom pairing, the bottom six pairing on the defense, on the blue line. Now, Nick Merkley is shipped out to San Jose, reunited with his brother, Ryan Merkley. What kind of move is this? Well, you know what? Tom Fitzgerald was not kidding around when he said, hey, we got to fix the defense. We got to bolster it. This is obviously a depth move. And again, the biggest complaint that we had all season last season was they needed more beef, and that's what they get. They get a guy that was a fifth-rounder picked by the Ottawa Senators about a handful of years ago, 5 years of NHL experience. So I like the trade as much as I like to see Nick Merkley on the team after Bastian being picked by the Seattle Kraken. But I think that Tom Fitzgerald, the Devils GM, had some other ideas. Let me know how you feel about this trade. Facebook Live, comment below, YouTube Live, and also Twitch and Twitter Live. Let me know how you feel about this trade. Again, nothing too major, but there's the Devils are stocking up on some big D guys, and that's what you're going to need. You're going to need depth because, as what we've seen, especially last season, guys go down, you got to plug them, next man up, and that's what Fitzgerald is doing. Now, other rumors we've been hearing, Dougie Hamilton's name has been circulating. I think it all started by the New York Post, Larry Brooks. I think he put an article out there, sources saying that there would be interest in Dougie Hamilton's services. And we talked about last night on the Let's Go Devils podcast, Sunday edition, that that would really change the whole dynamics of the New Jersey Devils blue line. Ray Leo on the Facebook Live says this was a good, solid move. They were getting bigger, deeper, which was their biggest issue that we beat to death. Yes, we beat the dead horse many times over. But with Ryan Graves, that trade, adding Jaro, I think there's more to come. Defense, even stressed in the draft, although Luke Hughes won't be with the New Jersey Devils for a couple years. Defense. And you have to protect Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes because these guys were, they were getting knocked around. And I'm glad that Fitzgerald is seeing that they were getting pushed around. But now you're kind of, look at this defense right now, as it stands. Obviously, free agency is going to start in the next couple days. But look at this defense, this Devils blue line. Damon Severson, decent size. PK Subban, decent size. Ty Smith, Ryan Graves, Will Butcher, now Christian Jaros. And don't forget Kevin Ball Don't forget Riley Walsh. Some of these kids that may be coming up, give these vets a run for their money. Competition's always good, definitely in training camp. Ray Leo says, I get the sense Hamilton's using the Devils to get more money from Carolina. You may be right, Ray. You may be right. But here's the way I see it. It's a win-win situation. If that's the case, Tom Fitzgerald, drive up that price. Make them overpay. And make him earn his pay. Devon Hill says, when do the Devils make an offensive move to replace Zajac and Palms? I'll tell you what, it may be an addition by subtraction. I think they will make a move. I don't think they're going to make a big splash offensively unless they're going after Gabriel Landeskog. This is we beat this to death, and I know it sounds annoying, but weaponize your cap space. Drive up that price. If they're not coming to the Devils, make the other team pay. Because as fans, we paid the price of watching this rebuild and only spending to the cap floor. Do it, Fitzy. Do it. And it's kind of nice now that the Devils are in these free agency rumors. The trade for Ryan Graves is, the first start. Another trade. And now you got allegedly that the owners are giving Tom Fitzgerald the green light to do what he needs to do to build this team. It's kind of nice to be, mentioned. I mean, we had a heck of a summer when PK Subban trade, the Jack Hughes, drafting Jack Hughes. Even the Gusev, I mean, that was a little overhyped. But I'd rather win on the ice than the back pages. For all those youngins that don't know what back pages, the newspaper on the back page back in the day. Hamilton is overrated in my eyes, depending upon what price. Yes, he may be overrated, but I'll tell you what, we got to start building something in New Jersey. We don't want to have that perception to other potential free agents from now and the future, and having the organization branded as trust the process that just never ends. Something's got to give. Ray Shero tried it, pushed some chips to the table, kind of got burnt with the Gusev deal. It didn't work out. Taylor Hall, well, who cares about him at this point? I'm just so happy that we have Kevin Ball and Phoenix's pick, which I think it was Dawson Mercer, if I'm not correct. I forgot which one. There were three of them, right? There was the one that came from Tampa, Phoenix, and of course our very own Alexander Holtz. And you better know that we should be watching the AHL Devils, the Utica Devils, the newly Utica Devils as well. Some of these prospects developing. I mean, kind of sucks that I'd like to see them in our own backyard, but we're going to have to keep up with that. Kevin Legal says, yes, it's Mercer, number 18. Thank you, Kevin. But this defense, remember, the Devils' success under the Lou years was built on defense, team defense. And that's what the Devils need to work on. Getting the player personnel. After that, it is coaching. Tighten up the NFZ, the no fun zone, which is pretty popular because last Friday at Enzo's, I got a couple NFZ fist pumps from people that have attended. Quite a turnout that we had last minute doing a live as we were going on the NHL Draft podcast. And yeah, the NFC is going to be very important. You got to establish that territory in front of Mackenzie Blackwood. Also, I'm thinking that Tom Fitzgerald may go after a goaltender, a veteran goaltender in free agency. Kind of a redo of what happened with Corey Crawford last season. That didn't work out. Obviously, we have to move on. Let's try again. Mac Black, you need to have a tandem here because I don't think Mac Black can handle an 82-game season starting 70 times. I'm sure he's capable, but I just don't think that's a wise decision to burn him out so early, so young. But it would be nice to get a veteran goaltender back there so not all the pressure is squarely on Mackenzie Blackwood. But this is a good start. Christian Jaros, look, he likes to play physical. He's a right-handed defenseman. Sometimes I wish he would shoot the puck a little bit more. But I don't think the Devils made this trade to get offense, although it would be nice. I think they wanted somebody like Siegenthaler, like Graves, that can play some great defense. Because sometimes great defense equals the better offense. Not sometimes, all the time. Nothing is more satisfying than shutting down your opponent's offense and just psychologically damaging them where they just think that they can't beat you. And then that's where you got them. And all you have to do is score one more goal than the other team. I know that sounds so cliche. It sounds so simple. But that's the game of hockey. And you know what? On that note, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So Devils trade for Christian Jaros. Nick Merkley shipped off, reunited with his brother. We talked about it last night on the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. You can also download on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible, and on the iHeart app. We talked about Jack and Luke being on one team. Quinn, can we also dream? He's a good defenseman. Great defenseman, actually. Apparently not his brother. Just same last name. I'll have to double check that because I got that information from Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal. This is going to be pretty funny. Thank you, Kevin. All right, so I'm not going to say that. Sorry for the mix-up. I'll check my facts next time. Should trust but verify. Heck, when we do this podcast, we do it live. There's no edits, and that comes with the territory. So be it. All righty, so just remember, we will be back anytime there's breaking news. Set your alerts on our favorite social media pages, Facebook.com, Twitter, anything that comes. Kevin Legault, let me double check. All right, I'll let you double check. I won't go just yet, but I'll play the music. Devils are getting bigger. They're getting stronger. They're going to protect their talent. That's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. Why we love hockey? I'll tell you what reason why I love hockey. I like to see teammates playing for each other. So when Jack Hughes gets knocked down by a 6'5" ogre, someone like Ryan Graves or Christian Jaros, somebody big, or even PK Subban, to take care of business. Take care of business in front of the NFZ. But I'll tell you what, if Ryan Graves comes in and he plays pretty well, there's going to be a graveyard of offense in front of Mackenzie Blackwood because no one will ever score in the slot in the high danger zone. And these are good steps right now. And we're only talking about on paper. Kevin, I'm still waiting for you to double check on that fact. But none of them really fight, LOL. Hey, it's a different game right now. It's a different type of fighting. It's a fighting that you don't get caught. You can't do this stage stuff anymore, unfortunately. All right, we'll get the facts straight, and you'll have to see me on the next Woo Report, episode 85, and I'll clarify that. Sorry, folks, can't win them all. Thanks, Kevin. Thank you, everybody. Till next time, let's go Devils.